Hello, how are you guys? I'm Stephanie and I'm here today to tell you guys my opinion on generic drugs. I think generic drugs are better than brand name drugs and I'm here today to tell you guys why. According to a recent study done by the IMS Institute, Americans are spending less and less on their prescription drugs. Due to the results of this study and many others like it, Americans as a whole are being encouraged to buy more and more generic drugs whenever possible. I myself am included in the wave of our healthcare decline, which is leaving many Americans not being able to afford their medications, let alone healthcare. The problem today is that many Americans do not know that these generic brands are available to them. It is actually required by the Food and Drug Administration, also known as the FDA, that generic drugs have the exact same active ingredient as their brand name counterparts. If the generic is available, the drug may differ in taste, color, shape, and or flavor, but they will act exactly the same as their brand name counterparts. Brand names usually have a shorter, easier to pronounce name, but leaving this with no big difference in the generic and the brand name. So a few factors that come into play of Americans and affordable medicine. One being patents. Many companies put patents on their ingredients, which prevent generics from even being made in the first place. Another is pharmacies. They are not required to sell the medicine at the lowest price possible, which leaves them not even informing the customer that the generic is available. We as consumers can save up to 50% by purchasing generic brand drugs. And with the economy that we are in, why are more and more Americans choosing to buy generics? There are many myths out there when it comes to generic medicine. Generic drugs take longer to work. Generic drugs are not as potent. Generic drugs are not safe. And generic drugs have more side effects. Myth, myth, and myth. All these statements are myths. Generic drugs save Americans millions a year. Generic drugs are monitored very closely by the FDA and hold no significant difference than their brand names. Now that there's some facts, and with the recession raging, I say bring on the generics so you can make your choice. That shit ain't going in for 4 minutes.
You got 3 minutes.